So the latest Twitter debacle. Can you sib for Balto? I'm not going to go into like names or whatever, not really go into that kind of drama side of thing, but I am going to talk about furry purist kids who don't understand a thing about anthropomorphic animals and what the difference is between non-living cartoon things compared to a real animal. So let's get into this for the third time because I had to film this for the third time. So someone, again, I'm not going to go into like further dramatize it by including names, but someone showed this image and said, can we sib for Balto? Yes, but only if he is an adfo, according to the gatekeepers who think really extreme things if you sib for someone like Balto. The problem is, you're wrong. Now, I'm not advocating for a certain awful community of people, like that I agree with them or anything like that, but calling people zoos and so on with zero evidence is absolutely disgusting, just because they like Balto. Because let me guess, these same people who say that, will sib for Simba, Scar, Kovu, Nala, Shenji, Wed 13, the female Sabretooth from Ice Age, Lily from Alpha Omega, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of them that not only furries like, but normal everyday people have agreed that these characters are kinda hot. And we don't really say anything to them about it, but other furries, no, we attack them apparently. And like everyone generally in the world has generally said that horses are sexy animals. Not furries, but the general public has said that horses are sexy animals. Normal people, normal everyday people have said that. I read an entire article from BuzzFeed that talked about how hot Simba is. He's the main attraction. Great writing, great journalism there. Like, sipping for an animated character has been around for decades. Like, I think maybe we need a new term for a character that is a feral but isn't feral. I mean, it's called anthro. Because people think anthropomorphic simply means stand on two legs. But that's such a basic definition. So let teacher Blazie teach you a couple things and put on my little nerd glasses. Let me teach you something. Anthropomorphic means having human characteristics, and going by the definition of anthropomorphism, the attribution of human characteristics or behavior to a god, animal, or object. Technically, a robot is an anthro because it's an object with human characteristics. Does the definition just say must stand on two legs? No. No, it doesn't. It says human characteristics, which includes talking, but also movement. So let's get into some examples with the Lion King, because as I listed, there's a lot of people who sib for those characters, especially Kovu and Nala. Especially Nala with that face she gives. Which, I may add, lionesses can't do, because that's part of her being an anthropomorphic animal, is applying those human characteristics, like doing a come hither look. It's Mufasa twirling his fingers around to get Zazu to turn around. That's a human thing. Have you ever seen a lion do that? Nope. If you have, you're lying. Simba lying down on his back and watching the stars. That's a human thing. Him leaning in his vines like a hammock. Very human. Mufasa giving a monkey a hug. Scar singing and dancing with a bunch of hyenas walking around like they're going off to war. All human stuff that make them anthro animals. So when people say, oh, I will sib for them only if they're anthro, by definition, they are anthro. Like, we are not talking about real animals here in the slightest, for one. They're cartoons. They're cartoons. They're not real in any way. Not to mention the most important part of all this. They can talk, aka give consent. Now, you may instantly go, oh, so you would do animals then if they talk, like, ew, that's another species. When you're busy playing Mass Effect trying to bang Garrus, who is from a completely different world, so don't try and come at me with the whole different species talk when you're busy playing games where you're trying to bang aliens and so on. If anything, yes, I'm saying consent matters so much, absolutely so much, and talking makes a huge difference. And these characters can talk, but also emote so much more because of their human characteristics. For example, Maximilian from Tangled. He doesn't talk, but he's very much more like a mute human, in the sense that he's very human-like. He has emotions. He reacts very, 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 very differently than a horse will ever do, because he has human characteristics that in the real world just doesn't exist in animals. That said, like, if you can go to Africa and successfully do the nasty with a lion, I kind of have to applaud you. I kind of do. That took a lot of balls. Like, if you could make that happen, like, god damn it, man. Yeah, good job. Like, I don't think we should do something to someone who's able to do stuff with a lion. Like, good job on taming the beast. But yeah, then one argument going back to Balto I have seen is he is based on a willed dog. Except the actual Balto wasn't half wolf, which makes him a completely different character, and only shares his name because the story with him isn't accurate at all. So yeah, it's only in his name. I understand this stuff isn't so easy to talk about, and you do have to be careful, but walking on eggshells about it is also really stupid because this is what the fandom was born from. Characters like this and that have these human traits. Actually, as well, I kind of just remembered something. A real simple test. The hotness test. This thing here, in other words, which I might have to like blow out some of the swear words just in case. Real simple now. Is it an adult for its species? Can it talk? Can it give consent? Alright, cool. Now you can fuck it. That's as simple as it is. That's really how simple it is. Just do the hotness test and, well, yeah, if it passes that, yeah, you can fuck it. That's what the fandom was built on. And I do love the realization people had that out of everything, like, from this, they found out they could screw Scooby-Doo. Because he could talk and he can give consent. So, yeah, they could do that. And that was normal people. That was just not like on Reddit or whatever. It wasn't furries. It was just normal everyday people realizing they could screw Scooby-Doo. Meaning that, yeah, people have generally thought about it, screwing Scooby-Doo, which is hilarious, absolutely hilarious to me. Like, this is just so bizarre. And honestly, one of the most confusing things in this fandom has just popped up. It pops up every now and then on Twitter. It's just like, there's a lot of people who go against it, and then there's a lot of people for it. And it's such a mess, and it's just, stop. Just stop. Twitter is the worst for this kind of stuff. And I will keep on reporting on things every now and then that I find stupid, because I do find it stupid, because it never was a thing when I was around. It's all these new people who come in and just want to just, like, claim the fandom as their own and do their own things to it, when it's like, nothing's wrong with it. We didn't care back in, like, the early 2000s and 90s and all that kind of stuff. But really, in the end, let's be real here, still is the real one to simp for. So guys, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below, and don't forget to give it a like, and subscribe to my channel because I love you if you do. Hit that bell icon, and this fox says, be who you want to be. Alright guys, bye for now.